Hello, it's frostofdoom, and I'm going to teach you how to Death Knight tank. I'm going to teach you what spec to choose, blood or frost. I'm going to give you a rotation. I'm also going to tell you why blood and frost are good. Okay, we're going to start with the blood spec and why it's good. You get run tap from blood. You also get veterinarian of the third wall. You also get abomination's might, which gives everybody in the raid 10% more attack power. You also get high hysteria, which you can give to anybody in the raid, which increases their physical damage dealt by 20%. You also get a last stand kind of ability called Vampiric Blood. You also get a cleave, which is called Hard Strike. You also get improved Death Strike, which increases its damage done by 30%, increases its critical strike by 6%, increases its healing by 50%. Should also go into toughness, improved icy touch, anticipation, mobility, and epidemic. The glyphs which I use are glyph of diseases, just purely because sometimes I need to death strike spam, get some HP, and I don't have enough time to re-part my diseases, so I'll normally just use that. I got glyph of run strike because run strike does a lot of damage when in crits, which is a lot of threat. Glyph of run tap because every time you run tap, you heal everybody in the raid for 10% of their HP, which is kind of insane. Okay, this is frost tanking and why it's good. Frost tanking is great for the tank personally because you get acclimation, which increases your resistance to spells. You also have a lot of armor in this spec. You have unbreakable armor, which increases your armor by 25% and your strength by 20%, and it lasts 20 seconds, which is great in my opinion. You get Howling Blast, which is an extra AoE ability, which deals a lot of damage and it grabs a lot of threat. You're gonna crit a lot with Frost. This is why it's good for the tank personally, because Killing Machine with 5 points into it will really help you out. Improved Icy Talons is pretty much the only thing you can give to your raid apart from holding the aggro, because it increases all their melee haste by 20%. Unlike Blood, which you can give the melee high hysteria, abomination's might, and a lot of healing, Frost, in my opinion, is good for the tank, but not as much for the DPS of the raid. The glyphs you should go for, I don't have them on at the moment, but they should be. One second, let me get them up here. Glyph of Obliterate, Glyph of Howling Blast, and Glyph of Unbreakable Armor. Okay, that was frost tanking. I'm going to show you guys the rotation for blood and frost now, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, here is the single target rotation for frost tanking. You're going to start with Icy Touch, then you're going to want to Plague Strike, Obliterate, Blood Strike twice. You're going to want to Frost Strike as many times as possible, purely because Frost Strike is for dumping your runic power and it grabs quite a lot of threat in my opinion. Okay, that was a single target. Now let me show you AoE. You're going to want to Icy Touch, Plague Strike, Pestilence for AoEing, Howling Blast, Frost Strike once, then Blood Boil. Then literally just rinse repeat. Try not to waste cooldowns like I just did. Found out this grabs a lot of aggro as well as being something which is sort of like a rotation. You can, if you want, open up with a D&D, just purely start out giving threat. But I would never do that really, because the other tank grabs the aggro firstly, then I'll just normally steal it off of him with this rotation. What you can also do is get diseases on him, then use your Death Chill, then Howling Blast. It will automatically be a crit, and then your off tank will basically have almost no ads on him unless he's very, very good. You can just throw cooldowns in there if you really are having trouble with holding all of the ads, like unbreakable armor and everything. Okay, this is blood single target, icy touch, plague strike, hard strike twice, death strike, death coil as many times as possible. Pretty simple in my opinion. Blood is great for single target damage, and it's great for holding aggro on the boss. What I like to do during my rotation, like say Marrogar, after he uses his whirlwind and you'll be moving around and everything, even on on heroic when you'll be taunting him on either sides, I like to run tap randomly while I'm waiting, just to heal everybody in the raid for 10% of their HP, because I've got the glyph, of course. Because that glyph is just really good in my opinion. It just helps out so much. Now I'm going to show you AoE. You're going to want icy touch, leg strike, Pestilence for D&D. Then you're just going to want to press anything that's usable. And then just keep your rotation up, just basically keep your diseases up. Use D&D whenever you can, because it's basically going to be your main threat. That's why I spec'd into mobility. Blood, AoE is definitely its weak point. As I said before, Frost is really what you can do really good on ads. Blood can hold aggro, just a bit harder than Frost. And that was Blood AoE and Death Knight Tanky in general. I hope this helped you pick what spec you choose. I will have more videos coming out on PvP, DPSing, and just Death Knight stuff in general. So head back for more Death Knight information. This has been frostofdoom, and thank you for listening to me ramble on about Death Knight tanking. I'll see you later.